Houses taking longer to sell. I don't know. I have to go check the data because I just did a little. I want to show you this. We're also talking about 3 things you need to know in Silicon Valley about living here: fraud on the rise, homes near Apple. I'm looking at Grenada now just as an option, but it's not really an option. And HELOCs demand slows as interest rates rise. Obvious. Anyway, let's talk about this real quick. Now, I just took these numbers. These are my numbers, and I'll tell you right now, they're not going to be perfect because just look at it. I mean, I'm missing holes, there's gaps here and everything. These are just the 40 days plus days on market. And all of a sudden it bumps up. And I don't know if I did something wrong. I think I did something wrong. So, but it's still taking longer. I don't know if we're at really like 545. I have to check that out. So I don't want to make it sound too alarming, but it is. We are going to start seeing more and more houses take longer to sell. You're actually seeing the 90 days on market go up quite considerably as well. See, 73, 72. And it could have been just an anomaly in the data that I'm being provided. I have no idea what I'm doing here. There we go. I was gone there for a second. All right. So again, it might have been a jump in the anomalies here. I'll do some more research on that. I don't think it's anything to freak out about because it just doesn't make sense that it would just jump up that far and that high so quickly in like 1 week. It just that's a mistake in the reporting as far as I'm concerned. Because even look at REOs aren't jumping. But here's one here. I don't know. I guess I have to go take a look. And the REOs are staying pretty minimal. This is REOs, bank-owned properties across California, all the houses, all the counties that I have access to across the California. It's only 231. That should be 10 times that. San Jose inventory is not going up super high, although last week and this week it's actually 278. The numbers on the actual MLS feed went up a little bit. Closes last week. Again, these numbers, this is just for San Jose. Tomorrow we're looking at Santa Clara County. So you'll see a different number, but I don't think these numbers are bad considering the fact that rates are so high. And these are only single family homes in San Jose, not condos, townhouses, etc. The list price to sales price average is, well, actually, we're down 75%, but overall, we're only down 4% for the year. And that number has been slowly climbing. Average sales price is 1457 in all of San Jose. Different areas obviously garner different pricing. The sales price average last year was 1.7. Is 1.26. And if you keep track of this average number right here, well, let me get to it so you can actually see it. How about that? There. Let me increase this so you can actually see it. There. See? That number was 260 at the beginning of the year. So we're slowly chunking this away. These are weekly. There, we had a big jump last week. I understand that. That means nothing, right? Week to week really means nothing. You want to look at the averages, and the averages right here are really telling. This was 100. This was, sorry. Let me get this over here so I can look at you. There. don't know, something's wrong here. So that number right there, this number right here, 89,000 used to be 260 or $250,000 difference. So we're slowly catching up. That's the good news. Could that change? Absolutely. We can absolutely see a crunch in the market, especially since we're getting close to 8% now. So overall, 60% of the houses sold this last year over list price. That's great. We're seeing this number is coming down quite a bit. Days on market. Last year we were at 14. This was up to 25, 26 at one time. And let's see. Yeah, the rest is all nominal. Okay, let's talk about our EWTF of the week. I tell you, I keep bringing this one up, but I don't know. Who in the world would do something like that other than Floridians? I'm not picking on Floridians. They're just, there you go. It's actually in my feed, so you can go check that out if you want. Let's talk about Grenada. Now, Grenada has a lot of great options for Americans if they want to expat, if they want to live there for a little bit, check it out. You can absolutely buy a property, but here's the thing, it's expensive. Now, little known factoid, Heartbreak Ridge by Clint Eastwood, that whole the whole battle when they were looking for Noriega, they came over here. There were students trapped at the college, and then the airborne took the airstrip. This is exactly where it is, right here. There's a school, this college right here. Can't really tell. That was where some American students were held hostage, and the American military came in and rescued them. But just look, pricing here is stupid expensive. These are like American prices. So why would an expat move there? There's tax benefits. There's other things that you can do that get around to it. And yes, you can absolutely live in a place that's like 360,000. But yeah, I mean, that's like, I don't know. Let's see what else is there. That's just land. I don't know why it didn't pop up. Let's take a look at this one. Little house on the hill. And that's the thing, is like these houses, even the expensive ones, the ones that are over $1 million, just like a couple that are $3 and $5 million, they're kind of beat up. And it might be that's just the way it is. I don't know. But let's take a look at this one here. Yeah, this one, $3.5 million. Now, granted, it's 20 bedrooms. It's probably like a motel or hotel of some sort. But look at it. It's kind of beat up. I mean, and there's another one here. $5 million. Oh, I think you're just buying land on this. Yeah. You're buying a beach. That's nice. But $1.6 million, probably not. I probably wouldn't be buying that. This is pretty house. Very well done. All right, enough of that. I don't know. I probably would skip Grenada, but that's me. I'm thinking about Roatan, Costa Rica, some of the other islands. Let's take a look real quick. See all these islands right here, and then along this chain. Grenada is the end of this chain of islands right here. So is it a possibility? Yeah, it's a possibility, but I still have all these other islands to check out. So there you go. Homes near Apple. Kylie Boulevard. It's busy. 3-bedroom, 1 bath. Let's see. How many days on market? 105 days on market. Guys, probably have it overpriced. And it's not condition. Kylie Boulevard is a really, really busy house, busy street, right? I get it. The property says it's worth it, but the buyers aren't saying it's worth it. Like that. Don't be silly. And I can totally understand why, because look how close you are to the Apple campus. Where's the Apple campus? That's Kylie Boulevard, and then 280s right there. There's the Apple campus right there, right? So you can actually walk to work if you really wanted to, but again, you're living on a busy street. Not me. No, thank you. Look at that. Look at this one. Right next to Lawrence Expressway. Let's take a look at Gloucester Court. Oh, this one's been on market for a while. We looked at this a couple of weeks ago. Days on market, 91 days on market. How many times is it adjusted price? At least once. Originally listed in May. Why is it not selling? Okay, this one right here. 1 day on market. Ranch house. Bye. Love you. See, that's nice. That one's going to sell fast. So price, condition, location, absolutely factors. Home HELOC demands, home equity line of credits. If you don't know what that is, it's a second mortgage, a second on your main mortgage. HELOCs have dropped dramatically. We have a HELOC on our house just in case I get hurt really badly. That's the only reason why we have it. Just safety backup. Not saying I'm going to get hurt, but other things, right? If the market falls out, we need money, we need to borrow money. We have a HELOC just because. We did it way before COVID ever happened and just stopped doing it because we just have it just in place. We don't, it's just a safety line for us. So, but it's telling because people are just not taking HELOCs out right now because they're already over leveraged and everything else. Probably not going to happen, right? Probably not going to be a part of the major landscape of the financial side in the coming years. I also hear that commercial property loans are coming due, and there's a lot of sneaky stuff that banks are doing right now. So you have to be careful where if you're thinking about buying commercial, understand it's not a 30-year loan, it's a 5 to 7 year, and you have to refinance it. Typically it's interest only, 5 to 7 years. And let's say you have a $10 million property, you borrowed $9 million on it, and now it's really worth $5 million. Well, the bank's going to come back and say, we're not redoing this. We'll give you a $2 or $3 million loan. Now you have to cover the difference, which means commercial property, you have to go out and get hard money. You have to get investors. You have to get all sorts of stuff. So mark my word, there's going to be a big shakeup in the apartments, commercial, and all sorts of different things where these guru investors that popped up over the last 10 years are going to lose their shirt. And if you invested in them, try to divest now because you will be losing your shirt now. I would take 60 cents on the dollar if I could just to get out of that. I think apartments are going to be our tipping point. Where is it? I keep going back to this. Our tipping points, right? The house of cards. I know it's not here. It's housing, it's commercial real estate. I think commercial real estate along with small regional banks collapsing is going to be the trigger to the next major catastrophic downfall if it happens. All right. I said it first. The reason why I'm saying that, housing, commercial real estate, small regional banks, those are the ones that are most incendiary right now because they were doing crazy things. Silicon Valley Bank, Fremont Bank, all these other banks are folding right now. They're getting help from the federal government because we need to keep the economy moving forward. And if they imploded, they would take down a lot of people, including startups, including venture capital, including tech, including a lot of different things that keep this Silicon Valley moving. So keep an eye on commercial real estate, lending, and all that other stuff. And if you see any reports that are worth talking about, send them my way. Financial intelligence is down here in the bottom. We talk about that. It's a invite-only type product where we're going and talking to bankers and insurance people and financial advisors and all sorts of different service professionals. Talk to them about how they manage their life and how you can get ahead. HomeBot. Oh, there you go. Look at that. This is expected, guys. This is expected. We told you that. Number one is the summer. Number two, rates are going higher. Number three, it's not a firestorm right now. You need to have that contraction. This is not news. It's just something to support what we're talking about. It's not scary, not right now. This is not a problem. This is not part of where we're going with this, the commercial and everything. Home sales are completely different than commercial. Completely different. It's a different market. So when you look at this is going up and down, up and down, up and down. These are the home sales units across the United States or last time. And we're even suggesting that this number falls below $4 million this year. Inventory is tight, right? Which is sustaining the price or keeping the price at bay. Interest rates are super high, so only those that really can afford it and will buy it. The housing has to have a particular price depending on the value and other houses that are competing against it. And if you're overpriced, like that house on Kylie, it's going to sit there for 6 months. It just is. You have to know the value. You have to know how to market it. And that's what people are doing, right? If I have a house in Almaden, it's really easy to sell because people want to live and move to Almaden. But if it's on Almaden Expressway and you get, 10,000 cars going past there every hour, not going to be really all that worth it. Talked about this yesterday too. Median prices going up all across the United States. There are houses, there are areas that are suffering. So just keep that in mind. All right, so we went through all this. We do have a couple other videos that are coming out as well. HELOC, Grenada. That's it. All right, fraud is on the rise. Tomorrow, I'm sitting with my ladies at Cornerstone. Talk about this quite a bit. There's 2 different types of fraud that are coming out, and I want you to be aware of them. And tune in tomorrow. Well, probably going to take it back and touch it up a bit. So it won't be live. It'll be recorded. So I'll touch it up and make it pretty. All right. If you're interested in learning more, subscribe to the channel down below. You'll get notifications and you'll come back and you'll be able to learn more about this. But also, we want to be here to protect you and educate you and teach you how to become more financially independent and strong. All right, I'm Vito with Abitano. We'll see you out there.